Amazing moments from the world stage to the softball fields, the basketball court to the gridiron, the diamond to right here at the Sports Wrap Studios. These are the top 10 local sports stories we've covered right here on the Sports Wrap. The stories we felt resonated the most here in Hampton Roads. And for number 10, we go to the Little League fields in Norfolk. Fleet Park Little League created some serious summer buzz. These kids won 10 straight games, beat Texas for the U.S. Championship, and made it all the way to the Senior League World Series, which aired on ESPN. How about that? An experience of a lifetime for those youngsters. Number 9, the captains of Christopher Newport University sail on to their first ever Division III national championship in softball. Keith Parr's team had been knocking on the door for years, and they finally made it through area power. And three-time national champ Virginia Wesleyan, Caitlin Hastings from Chesapeake, was named the program's first ever Division III Player of the Year, a season of firsts. Congrats to Coach Keith Parr and company. Number 8, Queens of the Court. The MENCHVILLE girls basketball team out of Newport News made some school history of their own when they won their first ever Class 5 state championship. And not long after, Kings Fork out of Suffolk reached the top of the Class 4 mountain. The Bulldogs reigned supreme as state champions after ending the year on a 19-game win streak. And let's go back to the boys of summer. We've seen some serious talent with the Norfolk Tides these last few seasons. This year, they all ended up in Baltimore and helped the Orioles climb back to playoff contender. Ryan Mountcastle was the International League Player of the Year when he played in Norfolk. Adley Rutschman is now the starting catcher for the O's. Gunnar Henderson, he hit for the cycle at Harvard Park when he played for the Tides. Now he's with Baltimore. And outfielder Kyle Stowers. You might see these guys in the Major League playoffs with the O's, hopefully, very soon. Back to the high school gridiron, only one area team ended the year with a state championship trophy, and that would be PHOEBUS. The Phantoms, led by this guy, Pittsburgh-bound big play wideout Jordan Bass, one of the best defenses in the state, captured their second straight Class 4 title. First time the Phantoms had gone back-to-back since their run of 4 straight titles in 2008 to 2011. Congrats to Coach Jeremy Blunt and company. And if we're talking state championships, there may be no greater powerhouse in the country than the one here in Hampton Roads. The triple threat of Cox out of Virginia Beach, Great Bridge out of Chesapeake, and Tab from Yorktown all combined to win 10 straight state championships. Cox won their 5th straight, Great Bridge won its 3rd straight, Tab went back-to-back. Hard to get more dominant than that. And if we're talking dominance, let's go to the track where Grant Holloway, the pride of Grassfield High School in Chesapeake, took home his 2nd straight world championship in the 110-meter hurdles. Holloway is still the man to beat on the world stage. And onto the hardwood. Behold the green and gold. Norfolk State conquered Coppin State to win its 2nd straight MEAC tournament title. First time in program history, the Spartans reigned supreme in back-to-back seasons at Scope. And it was also the first time in program history NSU won the MEAC regular season and the tournament title in the same year. Back-to-back trips to the NCAA tournament for head coach Robert Jones and his team, and who knows, he could make it 3 straight in a few months. And down to the top 2, number 2, Old Dominion made it 2-0 against Virginia Tech at home in front of a packed house at SB Ballard Stadium. The Monarchs opened up the 2022 season with an upset win over the Hokies, and they did it in dramatic fashion. Wideout Ollie Jennings with the big catch in the final minutes to set up the game-winning touchdown run by Blake Watson in the final seconds. Gatorade bath for head coach Ricky Ronnie. And that brings us to the number 1 story in 2022. You know him and you've watched him on your TV since the late 70s, the one and only Bruce Rader, the king of local sports in Hampton Roads. After decades covering NCAA and ACC basketball tournaments, Super Bowls, the Washington Redskins, Daytona 500s, you name it, he's been there. And after years of charity work for the Hampton Roads community, Bruce gave his final sportscast and retired after 45 years on the sports desk at WAVY TV 10. Was also inducted into the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame, our top story of 2022. And those are the top 10 stories from 2022. It has been a fun ride. We hope you've enjoyed watching as much as we've enjoyed bringing them to you. Here's to a happy, healthy new year and what are sure to be many more great moments on the way. I'm Nathan Epstein, and we'll see you in 2023.